Good evening. It was a commuter's nightmare in the city this weekend. No, there are no big games, festivals, or events here. Instead, the congestion comes because one of the city's most important arteries was shut down. As you can see, the Gardiner is closed both ways, not a single passenger vehicle on it right now. And some fear that with major renovations expected on the Gardiner next year, this may just be the start.
Windy, but otherwise quiet. A few construction trucks, but otherwise empty. For an expressway that sees 110,000 vehicles pass through it every single day, a surreal scene on the Gardiner. But just below, traffic chaos.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad?
Yeah, I gotta go.
It's been horrible. It's backed up in every side street, the Queensway, the Lakeshore, everything. It's terrible, yeah.
The major artery closed both ways all weekend for fall maintenance. The city is spending $2.5 million upgrading the aging infrastructure, putting down 8,000 to 10,000 tons of fresh asphalt on 19 kilometers of road.
So what that piece of equipment is doing is grinding away the old asphalt. Soon we'll see the big pavers come in and we're putting on the new asphalt. So the drivability of this roadway on Monday morning, you'll see a great improvement, and hopefully the traveling public will appreciate that.
But sitting in traffic, it seemed hard for drivers to appreciate much. Slow and painful getting around. Commuters coming into the city forced to take major detours.
It's very busy, you know, especially the roads like King Street and Queen Street, even up to Dundas. 2 days we can manage that.
Just 2 days for now. What about next year's long-term project? The city has approved a plan to reroute the expressway, moving it further north in order to open up more waterfront land for development. That's expected to take years and will require crews to shut down parts of the Gardiner every single day.
There'll be lane closures and some ramp closures. The work is going to be coordinated in order to make sure that we can have access through, so it will certainly be restricted, but it won't be fully closed for that amount of time.
The infrastructure is also quite old. Safety improvements must be made so that the road is ready for the next 100 years of travel. The city has already started preparing alternate routes for drivers, acknowledging how exhausting these projects can be.
We are trying very hard to get other work done so that we can have other avenues in the city that will be open and accessible. The Lakeshore will be open and accessible. And that's a huge piece of the effort right now, and working with the contractor is figuring out how we can minimize those closures so that we can actually have the least impact to the traveling public, because it's a really important artery, a really important roadway for the city, and so we need to make sure that we can make it as accessible as possible.
The city hasn't figured out exactly when the rerouting project will begin. They are in the process of contracting it out right now, and that project is estimated to cost more than $1 billion.